I need to know what exactly happened.
I just snapped. I believe everybody has a limit.
This is Jose Espinoza, a married bisexual man who had murdered his girlfriend, Sherlyn Marjorie, a trans woman he met on Tinder. Around September 26, 2023, Sherlyn friends filed a missing person report with the local sheriff's department after finding her car in the middle of a road. After the report some days later, the police found a ditch in the middle of the road that was cordoned off like a police crime scene. Inside the ditch was a young trans woman who was concealed after she was gruesomely murdered. For months, the police carried out an intensive investigation, reviewing CCTV footage, collecting DNA samples in her life, going through her dating history, and retracing her last days. All the pieces of evidence they found led to just one man, a married bisexual man who was allegedly her boyfriend. But of course, at first, he was never going to bluntly confess to his crimes.
So let me just ask you this. Did you kill her?
No, I haven't killed her.
But what he didn't know was that the detectives already found the body and had done a thorough sweep of the area to understand what was going on. In his observation, the lead detective had noticed how much of an effort it would have taken to conceal the body, and why this was indicative of the fact that the spot must have held a key piece of evidence in the entire case.
I'm sure it took some amount of effort to put her in that spot and then try and conceal her body.
The relevance of this ditch and the red tape you are seeing would soon become obvious. The following footage was provided to us by the Sheriff's Department of Bernalillo County, New Mexico.
She choked me, actually.
Okay.
I told you, she would pull my hair, you know how I have it. Pull that, pull my neck back.
Here's the thing, man. I don't believe you're telling me the truth on that one.
I am, man.
I have you on video, man. Because here's the thing, okay? We just searched your house. What do you think we found there?
I don't know.
Well, you do know because it's your house and you know what you have there. I think underneath the trailer.
After ruling out all other possible suspects, the police had to bring in Jose for questioning. The detective had no shred of doubt that he was the culprit. It would soon become obvious to you why he had such resolve.
All right, man. Sorry for the delay. Apologize. I know it's pretty cold in here. It gets kind of cold and you're in shorts and stuff.
I was with my feet.
Yeah. And again, man, I'm really sorry about that. I really did think they looked, now that they're on you, they look a little small compared to what they look like when they were sitting on the floor. So I do apologize for that. I did not do that on purpose. So, like I said, I told you out there, my name's Cameron. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office.
Before getting started properly, he made him comfortable and put him in familiar territory by talking about his family and how he met his wife.
How long have you and Valeria been together? Oh, a long time.
10 years.
Oh, okay.
Well, my oldest one is 8. He's
Yeah.
gonna be 8. And we were dating for 2 years prior to that.
Oh, okay.
And
Where'd you guys meet?
Facebook.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Just on Facebook or the dating site? Or
No, just
dating
Facebook.
site? Oh, nice.
We were talking, but first it wasn't like something serious.
Yeah.
So we started dating, and let's say a month or 2, we made it official, and since then
You guys been together?
we've been together.
That's cool.
Then they moved to talking about his divorce. This was all done to assess his character.
Has that been going on then?
I think a month.
Oh, okay.
I think, I'm not sure, or maybe less.
Oh, okay.
But I was gonna move out, but we decided because my kid, it's been bad at school.
Oh, no.
It's been a hard time for him. I don't know if it's because of our problems that we have. But we don't fight in front of the kids.
Sure.
We don't fight.
Oh, that's good.
Because we managed to not fight in front of John, because he's been really, really bad at school.
Since he was a native of Mexico, the detective had to get an oral confirmation of his mastery of the English language.
Obviously, we're talking in English.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any trouble understanding English at all? Okay.
If I have trouble, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Some words.
You haven't had any issues with me right now?
No.
Okay, cool. And if I say anything, slow me down, tell me.
Yeah. No. I learned it when I was. It was hard because when I got here, I didn't know any English.
Yeah.
So when I started speaking English, it was when I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
Because middle school was hard.
Yeah, I bet. That's tough.
Back in the days, bullying and all that.
Yeah, and especially if you don't, struggle with the native language, right? That's.
I was a good kid and everything, and then our apartment got burned.
Oh no. Sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
We didn't have no help from the
That's terrible.
apartment guys.
Really?
They only give us like 100 for utilities. That's all we got.
Oh man.
And I only had one change of clothes.
That's brutal, man.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Sorry you had to go through that. That's, especially being young, you know, that's tough, man. It seems like you've had a rough go at things.
That was when the story of his childhood rape came out. This added another layer to his character and helped the detective on his quest to understand him and know how to get a confession out of him.
I mean, it seems like you're doing pretty good.
It's been hard.
Yeah.
I had a hard childhood. I was raped when I was a kid.
Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate you sharing with me. I mean, I'm sorry. No one should ever do that. I mean, was it ever like brought up or anything? No. So sorry, man.
No.
So sorry.
I was in Mexico. They left me over there. So my sister, it was me and my sister, the big sister, and she decided to leave with a boyfriend, and it was just me. And one of my uncles took advantage of me when I was little.
So sorry, man.
Man,
It's
till
devastating.
this day, it's there. I haven't told my wife knows about it, but
Yeah.
I haven't told my dad, my
Yeah.
mom, anybody.
Well, for what it's worth, you know, it's not your fault. You know, I mean, it's a horrible thing. You know, but I guess look at where you're at. You know, like obviously you've come a long way. You know, you've been presented a lot of problems in your life, and it seems like you've tried to make the best of what you've been dealt. You know, you've been dealt a tough hand. Seems like you're a pretty tough guy. You know, you just handle business. You know, so it's good to see. I'm sorry, you know, there's nothing good about that. Nothing, man. And I'm so sorry it happened. You know, and that there wasn't something done to try to make that right for you. You know?
Yeah. My wife knows.
Yeah.
I'm open to her a lot.
Yeah.
She knows a lot about me.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
The one remarkable thing of the entire interrogation so far was that for someone guilty of a crime, Jose was very cooperative with the police. But then the detective suspected that this was just to take any suspicion off of him. Before hitting the harder questions, the detective had to remind him of his rights.
I do have to advise you of your rights, okay? It doesn't mean you're in trouble or anything. It's just you need to know your rights when you're talking to me, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about your rights? That
No,
can
I
explain to you?
understand everything you said.
That was when the first question about his wife hit. Then he talked about the troubles they have been having regarding intimacy and how she found out about his extramarital affairs, which led to the divorce.
So tell me a little bit about, you know, your wife. So we talked a lot about her, and you were telling me that, you know, you share a lot of things with her. What types of things do you share with her?
Just like I share my personal stuff,
Okay.
like everything personal. But like I told you lately, we were just being so distant from
Just
the
having
borders.
issues.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you been seeing anybody else on
Yes.
at all? Yeah.
We've been having trouble since the year and
Yeah.
started,
Okay.
because we haven't been intimacy
Okay.
lately.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me. I don't know.
Guys have needs.
Yeah.
You know. Like, yeah.
And so I started talking to this girl, and we went to the movies, and she found out, and that's what caused everything for us to start getting a divorce.
And then had you still continued to see that person?
No.
No.
No, I stopped. I have Tinder,
Yeah.
but other than that, having me and another friend, an ex from high school, we started talking and everything. But
What's your ex's name?
Melvis,
Memphis.
Melvis.
Melvis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And other than that, it's just been Tinder.
Okay.
After he answered a few questions about his date with other women, the detective hit the nail right on the head and asked about his homosexual tendencies.
And again, when I ask like these questions, I'm not at all judging you whatsoever. Okay. Where would you typically see women, or would you see men as well?
Yes. Man too.
Men too. Okay.
I can say like I'm like bi.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I'm all
she
for
knows too.
Yeah, and I'm all for people being who they are. That's the most important thing. When was the last time you saw you met up with a man?
It's been a while.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
A wow can mean different things to people.
Yes.
What's a wow for you?
Intimacy, it's been a while. I don't know.
Like, are we talking like a week or a month?
It's been months.
Okay.
Months that I haven't had sex with another male person.
The detective arrived at the main focus of the entire interrogation by asking if he has had sexual intimacy with transgender people.
What about like transgender people? Did you ever come across?
Yes. I met some transgender people too.
Okay. And when was the last time you met up with one of them?
I think a month.
About a month ago?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Do you know that person's name?
Yes, it's the girl that disappeared.
Oh, really?
Shirley.
Okay.
We were talking, we met on Tinder actually.
Oh, wow.
And we
Okay.
met for like years. We met and that's it. We kind of didn't do anything. And that's it.
Okay.
Then we didn't, I actually went to meet her in a hotel and then it's right there on Coors by the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, right there, like where a bunch of the different motels are?
So I went there and I didn't want to go inside the hotel because I don't know who was in there.
Sure.
And then I left and then she called me again and I was like, I'm going to your place. And then I was like, okay. And then we just did things and that's it. She went her way and I went my way.
Oh, okay. So when you said you go to your place, was that at the trailer park?
No,
Like up
not
there?
in the trailer,
No.
in the car.
Oh, okay.
And then I just went to the gas station, pumped gas, and then just went back home.
In what gas station?
And the Loves.
At the Loves?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the last time I talked to her. And then I just started seeing everything on Facebook
Oh,
about
okay.
her.
Was she in her car?
Yeah, she was in the white car.
Okay.
But like I told you, I met her in the, cause she was with someone in the hotel that I told you.
Yeah.
And she told me to go in. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not gonna go in.
Do you know who?
No, I didn't get out.
You don't. Oh, yeah.
I
But
didn't get
she didn't
out.
tell you who was
No,
there or
she didn't
anything? Do you know if it was a male or a female?
No, I don't remember.
Then he talked about how he got an STD from her. That was when all of his troubles with Sherlyn started.
Back time when we met, we kind of got out of an STD, me and her.
Okay.
We kind of had trouble with that, and she was like, oh, you need to do this to me or I'm going to tell your wife. So every time I meet with her, it was sexual, even to if I don't want it to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, because she would have told my wife, and I
Right.
didn't want her to know.
Sure.
And from there, I never saw her again since that day.
Since that day? Okay.
We did that, and then she got in her car.
Yeah.
And I left. I don't know where she went.
You don't know where she went? Okay.
One of the few things the detective noticed so far was some of the inconsistencies in his stories. The fact that he tried to bring someone else into the picture by mentioning he saw her with another person in her car, and his emotional shift whenever he talked about her disappearance was different from when he just talked about her. It was all too perfect, too calculated, and too mechanical. The problem for him was that the police were looking for someone like that, someone who was too calculating and perfect and mechanical. He was ticking those boxes. From the investigation into the crime scene, the lead detective mentioned that the way the body was concealed was done in such a way that it took careful planning and efforts, as it was a key piece of evidence.
I'm sure it took some amount of effort to like put her in that spot and then like try and conceal her body.
So the detective pressed on. Next, he moved on to talking about the day of the disappearance. His inconsistencies were all over the place yet again.
Do you know what happened? And like to her, like, because I know you, and the reason I asked that is because you talk about the Facebook.
Yeah. No, but I know that she disappeared. But other than that, I haven't seen anything on Facebook. And I was like, oh damn. I was like, it's hard.
Yeah.
I was like, the time I saw her, that's when I left her, and then I just went home.
And was there anything odd about that time that you guys were together that day?
Not that I know.
Like, did she tell you anything?
I didn't pay attention, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Actually, when we met, me and her, it was just that, and then
just
leave.
Okay.
Finish and leave.
So did you guys have full intercourse, or was it just oral, or?
Just oral.
Okay. All right. And did you use protection at all?
No.
No, not on that one. Okay. And so was that done in the journey or your car?
In my journey.
In your journey. Okay. And so you didn't ever like invite her back to the trailer or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, we just met in the car, like I told you, she went her way, I went my way, and that's it.
The detective then started to point out some of his inconsistencies, so he laid out all the pieces of evidence they have collected in the case so far, the most incriminating of which was the cameras around the area, something he didn't reckon with.
So here's one thing that I think, I need to tell you is, you told me that you're the only one that drives that journey, right? One thing I've learned being a cop for, I've been a cop a long time. There's video surveillance everywhere, right? There's cameras everywhere, right? Everybody's got a camera.
Yes.
People have cameras everywhere. Right, so everybody's got cameras, right? So, I've been able to, get quite a bit of cameras from around there. And the one thing is I think you're being very honest up until meeting with her again. Okay, and here's why. Because I know you met with her after that first one.
When he noticed he was going to be caught in a lie, he doubled down and made his story even more perfect. But the problem was he was only getting more and more inconsistent.
We met in the hotel. That's where I met her, and where I told you. And if you check the surveillance, you can see my car right there.
Sure.
It was not inside the hotel. It was in the street.
Sure.
And then from there, I left. And then took took course, and then took Central up, and then that's when she told me she wanted to do it.
Okay, and then you guys stopped. Where did you guys stop to? Like, do you remember? Was it just on the side of the road somewhere?
I think it was inside of the road. I can't remember.
Sure.
To be honest.
Okay, that's fine. And so you're saying at that point that was the last time?
Yeah, that was the last time I saw her.
Okay.
The detective had to ask that last question just as the final ditch for him to fall in, and he jumped right into it.
Here's the thing, man. I don't believe you're telling me the truth on that one.
I am, man.
I have you on video, man. Because here's the thing, okay? I need to know, what were you guys doing at the front of your trailer complex?
On the trailer?
No, not at the trailer. In the front.
We were just there. That's what we met first. And then we left to the other one.
But I think it's the other way around, because you went.
No, yeah, so we met where we told you, and then she told me that I need to give her $5K.
Why?
Because of that, what happened back then at the time.
Really?
So in the conversation, where
because this is important, I had to know,
She told me if I didn't give her $5K, she was gonna tell my wife everything about everything. So when we did it, it was in the other one, and then when I came back, that's where I gave her the money in front of the apartments.
So you gave her money?
I gave her $5K.
And where did you have that $5K?
I was hiding it from my wife.
Oh, okay. And was it just cash?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that just where did you get that from?
Just loans from everybody.
Just
work overtime.
Okay.
All that.
Just kind of a slush fund, keep it on the side. Okay. So did anything happen after you gave her the money?
No, I gave her the money, and that's it.
Okay.
I can't remember anything from there.
The detective gave him another chance to redeem his story. At this point, the writing on the wall is already becoming more and more clear.
Once you gave him the money, what happened?
That's it. I left from my car.
And where did you go after that?
I just cruise around.
Just cruise around?
Because I haven't paid my rent. So I just paid it. I was behind 2 months.
Sure.
Because of that. I was stressing. I told her, I was like, give me more time. She didn't want to. And that's when she met me there, and I had to give her the money.
And do you recall what she was wearing?
I think it was a black shirt and some pants.
All right.
Like I told you, every time we met, it was just that, and then just everybody go her way. And that's always been like that.
Once he realized the detective was catching up to where he didn't want to be, he started to cough. His time changed, and even his facial expression shifted. That was when he made the biggest mistake yet. His story changed from having sex in front of the trailer.
And so, once you're there, how are you feeling?
I didn't want to have sex, but I did it anyways. So I was just...
So did you guys have sex again in front of the 224? Okay. And
no, not in front of the trailer. In front of where we were.
The office?
Yeah.
Not in front of the office or not in front of the office?
No, yeah. We
okay.
had sex right there. I didn't want to no more, but I mean, she told me, she was like, it's the last time, this and that.
And so when you guys, be intimate with each other, how would you describe it? Would it be like, rough?
It was always
soft?
rough with her. Always. It was always rough. Always. I couldn't control anything. She was really rough.
And when you mean rough, like what would she?
Like just pin me down and
Okay.
like not letting me move.
And did she want you to do the same type of things to her? Like
She didn't like it. She was the only rough one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It went from bad to worse when the detective asked if he had gone back into her car, and he said he had never been inside her car. The problem was that he had probably forgotten that the police could review camera footage around and get DNA samples from the car, and those two point at him being in the car. He looked shocked when he was presented with this information.
And did you ever go back and take anything from her car at all?
No.
No?
No, I didn't went back.
Okay. Did you ever drive her car?
No.
No? So your DNA wouldn't be in her car?
No, I didn't get in her car. Everything was in my car.
Sure. Okay.
I didn't get in her car. I didn't take anything from her car.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. So here's the thing, man. Did something happen between you guys that night?
No.
Because it's real important for you to tell me, because
No.
I believe something did. Okay, here's why. Here's why, Jose, okay? I've never met you before. I don't know who you are, right? I've never seen you before in my life. I never even knew you lived at 224 until recently, right? Yeah. So you have to ask yourself, like, I know a little bit more than what I'm telling you, right? Because I found you, right?
Yeah.
So obviously I know some things. I need to know what happened.
No, nothing happened. I already told her, being honest with you. That was the last time I remember.
Okay, because
she getting in her car and I getting in my car and leave.
Because I know you come back and you get something from her car.
Did I?
Mm-hmm. So, and then I see you go to her car and drive away.
I don't remember.
Because it's real important, man. Like, you've been doing really good.
Yeah,
but like,
but I don't remember.
Because here's the thing. Like, you've told me some things that are concerning, right?
Mm-hmm.
That she's making you do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're trying to cover, the little bit up about what happened because you're afraid, I understand that, okay?
No. I told you, I don't remember what happened next.
Next thing you know, he moved from perfectly describing what happened that day to saying he doesn't remember the details.
We have you in her car, okay? Why would you be in her car?
I don't remember.
Why would you drive her car?
I can't recall driving her car.
Because it's really important. You've been remembering this whole time, and it's just kind of odd that you don't recall that, right?
Yeah.
So it's really important to tell me, okay? Just come clean, because I see what I see on video, right? Because video doesn't lie.
Yeah.
And I see, what you do, and it's not matching with what you're telling me, right? So did you take the money back?
No. I didn't pay my rent. I had to ask my mother-in-law for money.
Sure.
I didn't take anything from the car.
Because I see you get out and you walk up to it, and I see you grab something. So what'd you grab?
I don't know.
Was it the money?
No, I didn't have no money.
Right, but you said you have cash, and it can be hidden anywhere.
You guys searched my home.
Right, but you said it wasn't there, so I believe you. I have no reason not to believe you, right?
But then, there was one extremely suspicious part about his story. He claimed he deleted the WhatsApp app, which they have been using to communicate, something he otherwise would not have done if he wasn't guilty. He must have thought deleting the app would get rid of key pieces of evidence.
Do you remember your phone number? And that's the WhatsApp?
It's the same.
It is the same? Okay.
It's like you get your number for the same thing.
And did you delete those?
I deleted the app.
You deleted the app?
Yeah, once I told her that I gave her the money, and I didn't want contact with her, I deleted the app.
And what was on there?
It's just messages with her.
Just messages? Yeah. Okay, and you said you deleted pictures?
She sent me videos that she took of me without me. So every time we had sex, she would hide her phone and took videos of me. And she would told me that I'm gonna send this to your wife if you don't give me that money. And she was sending it to me, and I had them. But I deleted everything.
So did you save any of those messages? Did you screenshot them or anything?
I think I did, but I think I deleted everything.
Okay. And why did you delete everything? What was the reason behind everything?
Because of that, because of my wife.
At this point, he could sniff that the detective was getting him right where he wanted him. You could clearly see that his body language had changed from a relaxing posture to a fidgety one with arms akimbo. It even got worse when he was asked to describe his route from house to work.
So from work, that's what I take. Get out of work, get out of the house, that's what I take, the route, past Amazon, and then past the airport, and then going to university and past the CNM.
Okay, so that's the way you go to work. No worries.
And then just all the way to.
And then, so when you went to the motel, like you talked about not wanting to go in.
I didn't go in.
Right.
I was outside.
Would you remember what motel that was?
The detective clearly could see from his body language that his guilt was taking over. So he asked him about when they met at the hotel. The fidgeting got worse.
I was in the parking lot, and then it wasn't that one, so I drove to the street, and she told me that she wanted me to go in. I told her no. I was like, I'm not gonna go in. Oh, and then that's when I left, and then we texted again.
All right. And then when you went to the Loves, you said you went to get gas.
Yes.
Did you go inside or did you just stay outside?
No, I paid with the card.
You paid with the card outside?
I think I paid with the card.
Okay. Well, did you go inside at all?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. And then...
Did I pay with the card or cash? I can't remember if I paid with the card or cash.
Okay.
The saddest part about it all was that he had no feelings for her. It was all for him.
Did you develop feelings for her?
No. I had no feelings, no nothing. It was just sexual.
Okay. So you didn't get any emotional connection at all?
No, nothing.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. When we started talking, it was. I told her I was like, I don't want no attachments. I was like, just adventure.
Do if you want,
if you want, yes. If not, then it's okay. So from there, it was just that.
Yeah.
I didn't got any feelings. I don't know if she did.
After poking holes in the inconsistencies in his story, the detective had one course of action next: find his motive. What better could motivate a person to injure another person than money? So the detective interrogated him about the $5,000 he gave her.
So you mentioned $5,000. That's a pretty big amount of money, right?
It is.
That's a lot of money to me. So had she tried to get smaller amounts out of you prior to that?
Yes. I gave her 1,000, and then I gave her 700. I even took out a loan for
Really?
that I didn't pay. The loan that I took out was like 2,000, and I never paid it.
Okay. And why did you do that?
What?
Why did you pay her that money that time?
Because it was when the infection happened, when
Yeah.
we got STDs and
Yeah.
everything. So she said it was my fault. I didn't recall it was my fault, because I don't meet just anybody.
Sure.
At that time, she had a lot of evidence of me and her doing stuff.
Sure.
So she told me that she was gonna send it to my wife, and if I don't give her that money.
Okay.
So every time she asked me for money, I give her money.
Was this all just recently, or was this throughout the course of your
The
2-year relationship?
Of course, that what happened after the.
Okay. And when was that roughly? Was that last year, this year?
No, that was. I can't remember when it was.
Okay.
But yeah, I even went to the clinic to
Sure.
get a shot for that.
Yeah, of course. So each time she asked you for money, how did that make you feel?
It was frustrating because I'm not a rich guy.
Yeah.
I was barely making enough for me, but I'll get her the money, anything. And
The detective's plan worked. As it turned out, the money demand was too much of a financial burden for him to handle.
So she would make these demands of you, and obviously you have kids and you have a wife. How did that make you feel?
I'm not an angry guy.
Yeah.
I don't get angry, but it was just frustrating. And this is the last time I told her, I was like, this is the last time I give you money. I was like, if you want to do something about it, then just go for it. I was like, I'm not gonna
You're not
put
gonna
up
do
with
this
this
anymore.
anymore. I was like, I'm tired. I never talked to her again since that day.
So it sounds like, I mean, you're the victim too. Like, you're a victim here. Like, I mean, you know, she's doing
She
a lot of things.
She would take videos of me behind my back when I wasn't looking, and she would send them to me, and she'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna send this to your wife if you don't give me money." And then it was like I had no choice.
Sure.
Maybe someone should have passed him the memo that was still not justification to take laws into his own hands. After the detective got all that he needed as regards motive, he gave him one more chance to finally come clean.
Now, I want you to know, Jose, I believe there's two sides to every story, right?
Yeah,
There always
two
is.
sides.
There's always two sides, right? And then there's evidence, right? Things that get collected and DNA and, you know, all that stuff. There's video surveillance, things like that. So that's that's part of my job,
Yes,
is trying to collect all this stuff. I know that things can happen that were not meant to happen. I've seen it a lot, okay? It seems like she's been putting massive pressure on you.
Yes.
I mean, it's putting pressure on me. I'm looking at this and that.
It's actually more than that.
Really?
Yeah. It's putting shit through me, and then I'm putting stuff through my wife, lying her,
Yeah.
and everything, money, I don't have money. I always had to like borrow money from people. I owe people money because of that. I owe the freaking loan that I took.
Yeah.
I can't get no more loans because of that.
Yeah.
He gave him another chance to come clean. After all, he has all the pieces of evidence pointing to him, he has found inconsistencies in his story, and he has already been able to find his motive to kill. The case was basically a home run. All that was left was his confession, so he went at him again to come clean.
So I want you to help me help you, okay? Because it's very important, right?
Yes, sir.
I want to help you because I think that there is a lot to go. There's a lot to unpack here, and you know that's not good. What happened to you? So I need to know what exactly happened
It was like
that night.
I told you.
Okay, because here's the thing. Okay, we just searched your house. Okay, what do you think we found there?
I don't know.
Well, you do know because it's your house and you know what you have there. I think underneath the trailer.
The tape?
Mm-hmm. So tell me about that. Did you mean for it to happen?
No.
So explain it to me. Help me understand.
I was fed up.
Absolutely. Like, I'm fed up for you, man. Like, that pisses me off. Like, you've been taken advantage of. So help me understand your thinking here.
I told her I wanted to stop. I was like, I want this to be over already. I gave her the 5K. That time she wanted more.
She wanted more? Are you kidding? How much more did she ask you for?
8,000.
On top of the 5? Jesus Christ, Jose. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I owe money to other people.
Yeah, I mean,
My cousin.
all for this person.
My mother-in-law. I owe a lot of money to my mother-in-law. My dad. He always let me borrow money.
Man.
Yeah.
So tell me what happened.
I can't remember, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember.
Was it because you were mad?
I think I was fed up, but I can't remember. I can't. I'm trying to, I can't.
Yeah. So let me just ask you this. Did you kill her?
No, I didn't kill her. I was trying to swear about it, I didn't kill her. I swear about it.
Okay,
I
so
put
what
it on my
happened?
kids.
You gotta help me.
I don't know.
But that's the problem, though.
It is.
Like, because you have to help me. Like, you've come clean.
Yeah.
It's gotta feel good because I know it's been eating you up in here, right? Because you're a good person, Jose. You are, okay? But you gotta help me.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
That red tape all along was the key piece of evidence he never reckoned with. That was when he knew his lies could no longer hold up.
So, what did you do with the tape?
I don't know. I saw it when I guess I snapped back full of blood and just put it in the trailer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. And did you put her body in the bag?
No, I can't remember.
Okay.
I've been trying to remember what happened that day. It's been black.
Yeah.
It's been black. I don't know if it's the stress that I was put up with, what the divorce was going on with my wife.
Because there's reasons for, for you feeling that way. Like, I want you, I feel for you, man. I do. Like, I feel for you. Like, that's horrible. Okay? And I want your story out there, right? I want your side, because I firmly believe, Jose, that there's two stories.
I think my side doesn't matter anymore.
Well, it does. Because it doesn't change. So let me tell you, okay? It doesn't change right now, but it changes the future, right? Like it because if you can remember things and tell me exactly what happened, then I don't have to go off of just what I see, right? Like I can go off of your emotion and what you're feeling. Because, you're looking at like, there's different degrees of charges, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, do you want like to go away for a long time?
No.
Or do you want to just do a little bit because what you're telling me, but I have to know, right? I have to be able to gauge.
It's just I'm been trying to remember. I black out.
Okay, so you said you remember. Let's start with what you remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I told you. I even warned her that if she ever come to my house, I was gonna call the police. I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna call the police too, and my lawyer. I was like, okay. I was like, call it.
Yeah.
I was like, let's get this legal right.
Absolutely.
And she's like, no, well, I want some money. I was like, I want the money. I want the money now. She'd be like, now. I want it now.
So the detective tells him to remember his family and little kids. After sympathizing with him and telling him he understood his plight, he was then able to convince him to remember what happened that night, as that could help him get a reduced sentence. Finally, the truth came out.
So tell me what happened.
I just snapped.
Okay, so what did you do?
I think I hit her.
Yeah.
And that's it. I just remember hitting her. That's all.
Okay. And you remember then, so you hit her, okay. Did you put her in the bag?
No.
No?
No.
So what's the deal with the bag and the blood?
That was, I had that in my car.
So
bag.
was that just, it was
just there in the car.
Did she just fall on it?
I think so.
Okay. And where did you take her after that?
To a ditch.
And did you know that place before?
No.
No, you just
there.
looking for a place to try to figure it out?
I was panic.
Sure. I can only imagine, man, like what's going through your head.
She was putting too much pressure on me. I should have come clean with my wife first.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I should have done better. I
Well-
didn't. I regret everything that I did.
Absolutely.
I never committed a crime.
So here's the thing, okay? You came clean. That's the first step, okay? The second step is what you just did. You talk about it. And then, so what'll happen now, I have what's called a body warrant. Okay, so I'll have to get some DNA from you. It's real simple, just fingerprints and stuff like that. I have nothing against you. It's just my job, right? But I want to say that I do respect you though, okay? Because you came clean, and I respect that for whatever it's worth, man. Okay?
Jose did not escape justice for long. After his confession, the police obtained an arrest warrant, and he was placed under arrest for the murder of his girlfriend and for burying the body to destroy the evidence. In February 2025, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment. For the additional 4 counts of tampering with evidence, he was given an additional 12-year sentence. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of my latest videos on some of the craziest crime cases.